And this is really what has enabled me to create any type of success in my life. It's not because I didn't fail. It's not because I had a lot more discipline. It was that I was committed. Hello, friends, and welcome to the Honeycast. Today I'm going to be talking about a thing that I see going on pretty much with the majority of the clients that I work with, and I have had some run-ins with this particular topic, and it really is about commitment. I'm just going to go ahead and spoil everything here and give you the master key to weight loss. The master key is commitment. Now, there's a lot of other factors that play into weight loss. So we can't just use commitment without knowing the other things. It is a commitment to yourself, not to the scale. The number one thing that keeps people from attaining their goals is they quit. Even if you are committed, and maybe it's still not working. When you are committed, you stay until the end. You figure it out. When you're not truly committed, you quit, and then you end up backtracking, and then you maybe will start something new, and you'll try that for a little bit, and then same thing will happen. You'll get in this cycle. And so I like to talk about how to cultivate commitment. And when I'm talking with my clients, when I'm talking with people on discovery calls or just in everyday life, I hear this a lot. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to lose weight. I'm trying to develop a podcast. I'm trying to implement exercise. I'm trying. And when I hear that, I'm proud of them. I'm so happy that you're working on this. But there is a difference between trying to do something and actually doing it. So trying implies a potential for quitting, whereas commitment means continuing until the goal is achieved. There is a difference. And when I am working with the client, these are some of the things we start working with first are our thoughts about the whole weight loss journey. Because if we're not working on and cultivating a thought garden of committed thoughts, then you're going to more than likely quit. You're more than likely going to stay in the land of frustration and discouragement, which never helps us show up the way that we want to. So, in my opinion, commitment involves taking massive action without quitting, adjusting as needed to reach the goal. I love that. And this is really what has enabled me to create any type of success in my life. It's not because I didn't fail. It's not because I had a lot more discipline. It was that I was committed. I was committed to figuring it out. And the most wonderful thing about our brain is that when you set your brain out to go do something, it's going to go start looking for evidence. So it's going to look, so if you're moving in the right direction, in the growth direction, it's going to start looking for evidence of how you can create what you're looking for. However, if we're in limited beliefs, then our brain is going to go and look for all the reasons why this is not going to work. And so that's why managing our mind, managing our thoughts, and I like to say cultivating a thought garden of committed thoughts. It's not something that we can just shift on a dime. We can't just decide, although sometimes it is about a decision. It starts with a decision, but then there is a sowing of the seed, and that's the sowing of the seed of commitment into your own brain. And what that looks like is thoughts like this. I'm committed to taking massive action, even if the scale isn't saying what I want it to say. I'm committed to me because I am worth it. This is an investment into my health, not a opportunity to quit when things get hard. And so as we start cultivating these commitment thoughts and practicing those and bringing those up when you are faced with discouragement, defeat, or quitting, that is how you overcome it. It's not that you're not going to come up against the walls. It's just that what you do with that. And so choosing to stay committed and adjusting as needed. And when you're open to adjusting, your brain will go look for evidence. It will go look for help. And then the help will appear. So being very open-minded about, yes, I can figure this out. But the commitment part is what's going to keep you running in your lane. So I like to ask my clients when I'm talking with them, what is your level of commitment right now? Where are we on a scale of 1 to 10? 10, I'm all in. I'm not giving up. This is lifetime for me. Or, of course, at the other end, which is I haven't been able to commit to anything. I've never been able to lose the weight and keep it off. Where are you in your commitment level? Get an idea of where you are and take a look at those thoughts. I want you to even write them down. What are your thoughts about your past commitment and your current commitment and your future commitment? What are those thoughts? Let's just get a raw, right off the brain thought download where you're going to write those thoughts out. You're not going to judge them. You're not going to try to fix them. We're not going to resist them. We're just going to get those thoughts down on paper, and very much like a watcher, a detective, we're just going to take a look at what are my thoughts here, because your thoughts create your results. Believe it or not, your thoughts are responsible for creating your results. Let's look at this. When you have a thought about something, say it's commitment, say it's weight loss, you will have a feeling. When you have a feeling, and we don't have feelings without thoughts, sometimes we're just not aware of the thoughts. But when you have a feeling, you are more than likely, unless you interrupt this in some way, you're going to act on that feeling. So if you're frustrated about your weight loss journey, you're disappointed, discouraged, what are you going to do when you're frustrated, discouraged, and disappointed? Probably throw the baby out with the bathwater. Who cares? This doesn't work. I might as well eat what I want to. Maybe go into some type of depression, or you're definitely not going to show up your best self, right? You're probably not going to do something that you set out to do if you were feeling that way. And then when you show up in the way for yourself, you're going to create the result. The result is you're not going to get closer to your weight loss goals. You're going to be depressed and discouraged the whole time. And you're just going to spin. We're going to spin in that cycle. And so I like to back up. And if we want different results, then we need to look at our thoughts. So take that raw, off the cuff download that you did about commitment. Just take a look at those thoughts. Are they helpful at all? Okay, if they're not, let's create some helpful thoughts. Let's take a look at what your brain is actually telling you about being committed to yourself. And most people will not take a look at what they're unintentionally thinking, and they won't really know what's driving them. And so when you don't really know the thoughts that are driving you, then it's hard to figure out how to cultivate the committed thoughts, right? So I shared some of the thoughts that I have about commitment, and I would like for you to take time, take that thought download, and come up with 3 or 4 helpful thoughts or intentional thoughts or higher level thoughts, up level thoughts that are going to help you stay in it for your journey, for your weight loss journey. What do you need to think to feel committed? And when you do come up with that, then you want to practice that. You want to embody that. The way that you identify and embody that is you practice it so much that it just becomes who you are. And it's no longer what you do, but it is who you are.